Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to kick off today's CEO Luncheon, and Vanessa will admin as people join. So I'm going to have a broad conversation, and then afterwards we can have a bit of a discussion. I'll also showcase you live data based on SALT's own information. So welcome to everybody to the first ever CEO Luncheon hosted by SALT. Today's topic is Insights, the Road to Empowerment, and this is through Microsoft Viva. So just to give you insights, mental and emotional well-being has been a research topic since 1998. And it's based on the premises that the psychological and social well-being of individuals contributes to their overall well-being. And over recent times, you would have seen more and more articles on LinkedIn, newspapers, YouTube, around the mental well-being of everybody. So on our agenda today, it's not going to be death by PowerPoint, I promise. We've got 11 slides, which includes my opening and closing slide. So we're going to look at why employee wellness matters, SALT's human resource philosophy, I see there's some ransom statistic that's not supposed to be there. Some insights from Microsoft based on a research project they've done together with LinkedIn and Glint. And then just a look at what information you get and how you can move forward. I think the most important message for me today will be around the non-intrusiveness of this exercise within organizations. This is absolutely about empowerment. So Hannah Weinhold and Dr. Steve Aldana has recently been rather vocal in their promotion of employee wellness in the business. We all know that we come from a very changed era, and hate to say it, but COVID-19 has really accelerated the importance of employee wellness in our organizations. One of the reasons this is very important for businesses is because a healthy culture of well-being overall, this is mental, emotional, and physical, contributes to a better working environment. It also allows employees to be more productive because they feel better, they feel good, they feel cared for. So it's fundamental to the foundation of business growth and stability, strength and sustainability for businesses to get the necessary insights into their staff complements well-being. Dr. Steve Aldana is very much on his improve health behaviors, reduce elevated health risks. And we all know that high stress environments leads to a variety of related illnesses, migraines, stomach, and ultimately, according to researchers, cancer. So if we want to really look at decreasing absenteeism, sorry about that, improve productivity, improve good morale, we need to look at our staff wellness. So SALT set about changing the way we look at our staff and the way we create environments for our staff. And it's been a 2-year journey, and it will probably remain an ongoing journey for us. But through this, process, we have realized that we can employ all the talent we've got. We can have all the learning, willingness to learn about new solutions, improved security, more collaborative tools, all these things. But if there's not a culture of wellness and looking after each other, we fail. So we got rather excited when Microsoft Viva was launched. And today I'm just covering on one of the topics of this whole Viva environment, and that is Viva Insights. This is where we get proper insights into behaviors, trends, spikes in employee behavior, however, without breaching any confidentiality, without knowing that Sue keeps on emailing John every 10 minutes. So the reality for us become that we need more insights, we need more tools, and this is what we got through Viva. As you recall, a short while ago, I spoke about the research project by Microsoft that was done in conjunction with, or in partnership with LinkedIn and Glint. They found that the following 6 key elements is important to the employee experience. It is important to the employee well-being. So let's start with well-being, and this is where you have the need to feel safe at work. It needs to be a safe environment in terms of, if you're out on a mine, you need a hard hat, steel tip-toe boots. If you need to go up a ladder, that somebody else that you trust holds the ladder. But it's really important for staff to feel that they're working in a safe and secure environment, that they valued, that they equitable, that they treated with dignity. And I think that is the most important thing of all, is recognition and dignity. So being connected was one of the major challenges that companies faced when COVID hit and lockdown hit worldwide. Families really struggled to adapt to being at home. You always on, you 2 seconds away from the office. So you get pinged at all times to quickly respond to an email, quickly have a look at a document, whilst having to balance the rest of your life, your children, everybody in the household that is in lockdown. And then, you know, as things got unlocked and people started moving back into the office environment, the connection once again changed. No matter the research, whether people want to work from home or work from the office, the ultimate outcome at the end of the day was that 78% of employees worldwide said, I need to feel connected. So it's important that we understand how our employees connect with each other, collaborate with each other, as well as customers, because it brings that element of connection. Focus. Just a moment. We all have tasks that needs completion. Now, in general, we all have a to-do list, and we keep adding things to that to-do list. And before we know it, the to-do list is 30, 40 items long, and then it becomes overwhelming. So one of the nice things about the way Viva operates is it looks at focus time. How much focus time are you booking out for yourself? How much focus time are your employees booking to ensure that they get those important tasks done, no matter how big or small? If it's on your to-do list for the business, It has some level of priority. It fits like a cog in a watch. If one element is not done, one task is not done, the cog can't move forward. Empowerment. Empowerment is one of Salt's own core values. And we believe in empowering our employees, and we believe in empowering our customers. But here's the thing when it comes to empowerment. If I don't understand where you procrastinate, or why a task that's supposed to take an hour takes 4 hours, I cannot help you. I cannot empower you. And it's becoming more and more important for employees to feel empowered, to feel recognized through that empowerment, to feel that they a true contributor to the bottom line success of the overall company at the end of the day. And this is where empowerment plays a major role. Through empowerment comes the most natural following: growth. We all have a desire to grow, personally and professionally, and we really look forward to being able to sit back, reflect, and say, I'm not the person that I was a year ago or 2 years ago. I have grown. I've learned so much. I've become so much more. And I think, finally, purpose. When we have a purpose in life, we are more likely to go out and achieve our goals and objectives than when we do not have it. And it brings a meaningful impact at the bottom line, at the end of the day. It really brings meaningful impact. Another of Salt's values is to impact people, impact businesses. So when Microsoft Viva launched, and these were their 6 key elements, and we could say that all of these elements fits into Salt's core values of challenge, empower, and impact. We knew that we had a tool that is going to help us achieve those values as a lifestyle with our employees, rather than just being something nice that's printed on the wall. So moving on is, now that we have this where to next, what next? And this is something that Microsoft calls the employee experience platform. And what they're looking at is how are employees looking at their experience in day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-on-year. And we start with communication. And throughout various research, the data has pointed out that every employee needs solid, proper communication. Whether it's an announcement made through a Kaizala group, news that is shared on Yammer, or an event that is coordinated through Dynamics marketing. All of these are important to our employees. Also, email. Since 2013, 2014, email fatigue was already recognized by medical research institutes in America and the United Kingdom as one of the biggest factors that is negatively impacting staff wellness. So, as we look at communication as a tool, we need to realize the utmost importance and value. So, how does Insights come into this? The moment we can see who we collaborate most with, who we don't collaborate with, who we email and communicate with, the easier it is for us to understand that we need to expand or, in some cases, reduce our audience that we are addressing. This connects with growth and development. I always have this joke, which is kind of tongue-in-cheek. The CFO says to the CEO, we keep on training our employees and they keep on leaving. And the CEO turned around and said, imagine we don't train them and they stay. People build confidence, they build pride, they build passion when they really know something, when they understand it, when they can do it that well. So understanding and having insights into where your team needs help helps you to plan, because training is truly an investment. Well-being. Well-being is a topic that is going round and round and round. And a survey that was done in March of 2021, over 10,000 people. It was a small focus group. 85% of them admitted to a decline in their emotional, mental, and physical well-being. If these organizations had insights into this focus group's behavior trends, we can only assume they could have reduced that number from 85%. Communities. We work in a diverse world. We work in diverse offices. And I think one of the things that SALT still want to take on is a suggestion from our staff that we host a cultural day, looking at our whole team, you know, from Pastor Khaled, Nama, Damara, Oshirero, Oshivambu, Afrikaans, English, all of these cultures, just to share a small insight. The more we know about each other, the easier it is to understand and communicate. And this is something that is prominently brought to the forefront with the achievement model that looks at who are you as a natural behavior, and how can you learn and adapt to others and also to the process. Company resources. We have found that onboarding a new employee can be challenging. Information is all over the place. Training can be challenging. Information is all over the place. But if you can put it like we love to call it, a logical place, accessible by all employees, they feel that they are more part of the company, that the company is not hiding anything from them because they're making all these resources available. Microsoft Insights is anonymous. So how do I know which group to target? Through surveys. Once we get data from the system, and I'll share it with you in a short while, we can then build a survey, 5, 10 questions. We know if it's more than 10 questions, nobody wants to do it. And we do it anonymously. But we ask you one thing, identify the department that you're in, because that allows us to work with that line manager of that department to better the situation, whether it be the lights aren't giving enough light in the office, or people are sitting too close and on top of each other, or that there's a low team morale that we need to work on. Because these insights are ongoing, it's tracked every day, it's tracked every week, it's tracked every month. It enables us as a company to continuously working towards a perfect culture. Now we know that if we have to wait for a plan to be perfect, we're never going to implement it. So we just stuck our toe in the water. We started using the insights and analytics from the insights, and we started building surveys. I'm currently busy with a survey. Not all staff has completed it yet. But the sentient and morale that I'm getting from that survey, that is question for question the same that it was in June, the same that it was last year November, the same that it was last year June, has proved for 75%. And for me, that is a huge win for SALT. It's a huge win for Salties. It means that we're on the right track, doing the right thing. So just a quick slide. I'm not going to hang around a lot on this one. 85% says well-being has declined. 56% says job demands have increased. So if you think about it, 5 steps away from my desk at home. During lockdown, just for me to take a break and just experience something differently, I take my handbag and my laptop bag in the mornings, go out the back door, go by the side gate, go to the front door, unlock the doors, and then walk up the stairs to my home office. It was just to break the scenario because suddenly our homes became our offices. Our homes meant that we don't need to spend 20, 30, 40 minutes in traffic to get from home to the office when we don't work. Come to think of it, you use that time to focus on the traffic and listen to your favorite radio show and talk show host. You gather some information with them, you get to the office and you see a colleague that has a common shared interest and you immediately say, hey, I heard this on the radio. But when you walk from your bedroom to your home office, it doesn't happen. You're immediately available. You're available at 7 in the morning and 7 at night. So these are some of the things that we get to experience with insights. And I'll show you some statistics. When we did pull a report from Viva Insights in May, it showed that almost 40% of our team was working on average of 20 hours per week overtime. So we went through a survey, we created a survey to understand why are you working overtime? Is it your workload? Your team not having your back? What can we do to improve that reduces? And we're now on 7% of our staff working less than 5 hours overtime a week. So we're not there yet, but we have had the insight to gather more information and made huge strides towards the well-being of our team. So I'm a very people's person. I care about my team quite a lot. Everybody matters to me. So the empowerment that I'm experiencing as the MD, the empowerment that I'm experiencing through my line managers, the empowerment and the change that I'm experiencing with my team on the ground, it's amazing. And it's only because I have the necessary insights. So on my last slide, before we go on to some real-time information, this is just talking about productivity and well-being, and it's a proven fact that when people feel good, they do good. And at the best of times, when you feel good, you're probably more creative. You think about challenges in the workplace differently. You think about your team differently. So just to share my screen on a different slide, just give it a second to load. This is the report that I get to pull from Microsoft Teams, and it gives me a dashboard. It tells me that 79% of our employees have less than 15 minutes one-on-one in a week with a manager. I need to address that because through management and employee engagement comes empowerment. It tells me that 59% of our employees are in major meetings. Why are they in major meetings? What are they doing in those meetings? Are those meetings empowerment, coaching, collaboration? Why are they in those meetings? So I can see all this information from this dashboard, and then I can carry on. There is so much more information that comes out. Now, if you see on the screen here, practice empathy. It tells us that we schedule a meeting, give some praise. You can actually, hi, I see there's a hand up.
Yes, I raise my hand because I can't see the screen. I keep on losing it. I don't know whether it's only myself or what.
Oh dear, Leslie. Vanessa? George, can you see the screen on your side?
Yes, I can see the screen here by me.
All right. Thank you very much, Rudolph. Leslie, there will be a recording shared with you after the fact that will also show you the slides.
Yeah.
And then I can also we can schedule another one-on-one, Leslie.
Okay.
If this doesn't come up, I believe we do have a CRM meeting coming up. I'm sure we can take a minute or two of that CRM meeting from Auntie Mags and have a look at this data.
Okay, no, it's fine, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So you will see that this gives me a lot more information. So if I go into C in web page, I want to show you what we can see. Just a second. So when I click, once your analytics is set up correctly, I can click on the CN web page, and from the home, it gives me enhance organizational resiliency. It takes me right through transform meeting culture. 51% of employees spend a majority of their time in recurring meetings. So we have short check-in meetings every morning where the various teams check with each other who's going to do what today and who's going to be responsible for what today so that we all align and can have each other's backs. It allows me to build detailed analysis, business process analysis. I can measure myself against my peers and my teams. So what I've gone and clicked on one of these buttons, and it was drive employee empowerment. And it says 47% of employees have a majority of their meetings attended by their manager. So now you can go and say, okay, Anna, you and TC, why are you attending all of your staff's meetings? Or Vanessa, why are you attending all the meetings? Now we can just go and see, okay, but perhaps Arno is busy with one-on-one coaching. That is why the statistic comes up. Or it could be that he's a micromanager. But this is the kind of information how we can get more insights into our team. As you see, our number of employees, 7% of our employees works after hours. 73% works 1 hour, 25% works 1 to 5 hours, and 2% works 5+ hours. Now this 2% I know is our monthly maintenance evenings, where the team starts at 7 o'clock and they finish at 10 o'clock, because we do the maintenance of our data centers. So this is very powerful information, and as you get it out, you'll see from my screen here that you now can go and build a survey. So you can either build a very long survey, as the one is here that we do biannually, or you can build short surveys, and I'll show you some now. So one of the surveys we did is work from home versus office. We asked our staff, what is your preference? So three of our 23 employees said that they would like a hybrid scenario. And we were able to create that for them. We were able to look at our emergency management team. SALT now officially have 6 employees that is qualified as first aid responders. Part of what you will be receiving from us when Vanessa sends the information, the recording, as well as the survey form, is the workplace planning playbook. This is a step-by-step guide for businesses to plan their employee wellness program through simple guidelines. Do note that you can't apply all of the rules across the board. That's the one thing that we found, is that our framework needs to be solid, but our building blocks inside must be various shapes and sizes, very much like a Lego set. Last thing that I want to share with you, if I can find it, a strong screen, just hang on. Right. Let me just stop sharing this one and open this particular. You will see that SALT has in Teams, I trust that all is familiar with Microsoft Teams. We have got our Viva Insights. It looks at my own well-being. It looks at my colleagues that the Viva things I should be having a conversation with. Stay connected. I'm not going to open Stay Connected, because Stay Connected has become rather powerful in the way that Stay Connected will tell me reminder of some of my tasks, which I can mark. And if it loads, I'm going to jump very quickly. It will also show me emails I haven't responded to. Open emails, or emails where somebody has asked me to do something, or I've asked somebody to do. It will bring it up here. And it's playing along nicely, I see. So you'll see there's an unread document from Vanessa. And I can open the document right from here. I don't need to go find the email. As you can see, we've got all of these, and it's powerful. It also allows me to book focus time. So it will tell me which times in my calendar is open, and I can then book focus time for focus activities. But here's the favorite thing, and this is where the reports that I showed you come from. It starts here in my organization. Now you'll see everywhere it says based on usage of Outlooks and Teams. So it is growing, but right now it looks at the collaboration and communication happening. It gives me a quick dashboard, and then the PowerPoints can be downloaded here. So it's very exciting times for SALT when we talk Viva Insights. It's truly empowering, and it does contribute to the bottom line. We have seen how it contributes to our bottom line. So with that, my presentation on Viva has come to an end. I think you all have noticed that I'm really passionate about this product because it empowers me as a managing director to make the necessary changes to ensure that I have staff retention, but not just staff retention, that I have happy staff, that I've got productive staff, and that I've got contributing staff. Thank you very much for listening to me. Any questions? You can unmute yourself if you have a question for us.
I myself, I don't have a question, just a comment that I think it was quite enlightening, and it seems there are quite a number of benefits that can be accrued in terms of workmanship there. Yes, and I think it's something that is worth looking at, and I'm happy that we are saying we're still going to engage more on that, and then I think when you come, then we are going to discuss a bit more on that. But of course, you are the experts, and you are the ones who stand to advise us as to what is there out there that can actually benefit us more in terms of making things easier for us to do our work. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for that contribution, Leslie. Yes, it's SALT has a philosophy that before we take it to the market and talk to the market, that we first break it internally, and make sure that it works and that it's as powerful as it says. So looking forward to a deeper engagement with you during our next Connect.
Thank you very much.
So on the very last slide is a link address. So if you want to know more about Microsoft Viva, you can go to the dedicated web for this, www.microsoft.com/Viva. You will be receiving the recording, and we will send an extract of the presentation for you as well. And we hope that you enjoyed our CEO luncheon with us. We look forward to having more of these on a regular basis in the future. Vanessa will be sharing with you an email that will have a link to the recording. Please note that from where she shares it with you, the recording will only be available for 7 days to you through that link. Thereafter, it will be on our YouTube channel for you to watch and enjoy. She'll be sharing a survey just to ask, how did you find the session? Is there anything in particular that you're more interested in? And obviously, remember to give me 5 stars as being a good presenter. So thank you, everybody. It was
only 5 stars.
Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us. There's a few minutes left. If there's no question, I'm going to give everybody 15 minutes of their lunch back to run around before the 2 o'clock business importance strikes.